Alright. It does appear that neither Gus, Arl, and Zombie are actually responding to anything I'm sending them, so that's gonna mean I'm going to start off on my own. Jake, good, I am playing on the EU server. Let's see, can I get a game? Former Terminator. Apparently I can. Alright, Mediator, how you doing? Hope you're going to be enjoying the stream. Hope you subscribe, of course. Let's see, stream is doing perfectly fine, that's good. Hope I can change that for you. Just need to turn down the game volume a bit. Hope I'll be able to change that for you, Jake. No problem. I am normally supposed to play with people that don't have a tank above tier 5 anyway, so doesn't really matter if you only have a tier 7. Well, some static is to be taken with it, as it is a cheap microphone. I'm going to turn the game volume down just a bit more. Just get back to the game. Well, again, cheap headset microphone. You're not going to get the best quality out of that one. Oh, time to move up. Get everything reloaded. Well, that might probably be better than what I'm using now. Mitigator. Remembering names is hard. Ooh, that's a Challenger too. first get rid of that thing. And just keep the T-14 in his place. So easy. Also, if you want to join me in voice comms, I do have my own Discord server for it. I have it linked down below, you can always join. What commander am I using? I think I'm using Sabrina. I don't know, I need to check after this. I usually... Alright. Hello Mitigator, hello Mitchie. Thanks for both of you joining me in Discord.
No problem. Like I said, bored out of my fucking mind.
Happens from time to time.
But yeah, for commander for that thing, I definitely recommend Iona Sana if you have him.
Is that the gas mask dude?
Yeah.
Yeah. Haven't really used him a lot.
Its standard ammo for its gun actually has good module damage, and the missiles have incredible module damage to begin with. It just all stacks up to a really, really good vehicle.
Then I should take a look at it. Because, well, that would actually make it a bit easier to deal with those challengers.
Yeah, and carry at least one volley of thermal barracks. I mean, honestly, the only thing that thing's got going for it is the missiles. I have that on the NA server.
Well, I killed complete challengers with the autocannons. They're not that bad.
From the rear?
From the rear and side of the turrets.
Yeah, I could never get it to pen on the side of the turret unless I was using a missile.
I need to aim for the back parts with the gauge armor, and then you usually pen.
Yeah, I usually use the thermal barracks for like the M8s, the really soft stuff, because it pens and does a whole buttload of damage.
I haven't really given the thermal barracks that much of a chance, really, to be honest. I've used them a couple of times on the Ramcat, but I haven't really felt them.
They get much better on the Terminator too. Even though they say they're the same, for some reason they're not.
I should take a look at it. So, if you want a platoon, just send me a friend request.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop the stream in order to play though. My internet's kind of wonky. I can't watch a stream and play AW at the same time.
And doesn't really matter, I do have someone that's probably going to be joining in. He's
swap server here and hop in.
Let's see, no, he isn't online yet. I'm supposed to be streaming with 2 other people, but none are really doing stuff. Mitchie, you are allowed to join. You don't really need to ask. And yes, both people I am supposed to stream with are offline.
I'm trying to think what tanks I have on the EU server. I haven't been on in so long. Last I remember was trying to grind up to a tier 8 for the tournament that was happening on the EU.
And never really got into the tournaments. Didn't really have a team for it.
The first few ones I played in. Well, the first tournaments that were actually official AW.
Well, most of my clan aimed above tier 5 anyway, so...
I don't know, I like tier 5. It's a good tier. That's where you start picking up some unique vehicles.
Yeah, I have a friend on the T6476.
Yeah, I still haven't finished the grind through that on the NA.
Well, it's probably because it doesn't lead anywhere.
It goes to the T80. T80's pretty decent. Are your naming games the same as what's in here, right?
Yep. It's all perfectly the same, to make it easy.
There you go. Friend request out.
Right.
Bone stock. This thing is horrible.
Well, it's less bad than it used to be.
I don't know. I like what they did with the M1. They brought it down a tier and made it far more maneuverable than it used to be.
And less crap.
Honestly, it's probably one of the best tier 6 MBTs.
They completely removed the driver's hatch weak spot and only left the
still there.
no, they left a weak spot underneath the gun mantlet in the turret ring.
Well, the trick with the driver's hatch, if you load a high explosive from 125, it will hit and do almost full damage, and guaranteed kill the driver.
That's why I always see those T80s and T72As. No, I think it was T72B. I think it was spamming high explosive in PvP.
Yeah, the 125 millimeter high explosive is actually legit. Yeah, be scared of that.
I need to do some testing.
Like, one of my favorite tanks in the game right now is one that everyone friggin' hates. The Type 99 and the 9910. They're pretty much the same tank. But the reason being, they're kind of like the bridge between MBT and light tank. Amazing DPN, amazing pen, amazing damage, but kind of horrible armor, and they're fast and maneuverable. I quite like it. It's not a frontline brawler. It's more of a medium range.
Yeah, I'm a bit too aggressive for it.
Are you good at light tanks?
Not really. Only some.
Well, if you play it kind of like a light tank, try and stay hull down, you'll do fine. It's not really that good in PvE, but PvP, it's a monster.
Yeah, that's probably why I'm not really playing it. Mostly a PvE player.
Oh, yeah, there goes my turret ring. Sheridan missiles never miss.
But if needed, I can do some PvP. Like with the recent event with D62M.
Oh, yeah. That in NA server, Friday and Saturday night, we host we host PvP matches.
Didn't know. I will tell people.
Tomorrow is tier 7.
Now I'm gonna tell people.
We usually start around, what time was it? 7 o'clock Eastern?
Alright, Eastern, that is a +6 for me, that is... So... 1 o'clock the next day if you start at 7 if you start at 7 in the evening.
Yeah, it usually goes from 7 to about 10:30. So, if you're willing to deprive yourself of some sleep, you can come join.
Of course, I get hit by one missile and it sets me on fire.
Yeah, the one I took broke my breach, broke my turret ring, and killed my gunner.
This ain't going to be my best game.
I just got in position to help deal with those lights. 10-second reload.
At least we did get the secondaries for some extra time.
Alright, there's a BMP-2 that ran. There he is. I almost shot you.
As long as it didn't connect, it doesn't really matter.
I had someone earlier this morning when I was playing. They were in a crab. I was in my Type 99. Apparently they didn't like me ramming into them because, you know, it's kind of hard to stop when you're doing 80 in an MBT.
Yeah. Or like...
They put 3 missiles into my ass and then got banned.
I was driving a VBR once, before I knew it was completely shit. And this was probably not a good idea.
VBR is okay if you can stay hidden. If you can't stay hidden, it's tough.
Yeah. Doesn't really matter, I was playing it on stormy winter. Not really that many places to stay hidden while trying to do damage.
No, damn it.
Right, only Weasel Toe left.
Well, the leopard's over there too. And he tracks me. Yeah, get rid of the RCR first. Damn it, sorry.
Well, again, Soviet steel, it did not go through. Well, it's going to be nice next patch that you will actually be seeing the compensation for team damage in your end game result screen.
Yeah, that freaking hurt. There goes my gun.
Yeah, weasel toes are murder. I ram killed one in PvP.
Yeah, it's pretty hilarious.
Before I hit it, it was on full health. Then I hit it with this thing. Then I was salty about it. No, it wasn't the weasel toe, it was weasel hot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, when Balance 2.0 first hit, I was in the XM1A3. Before they did the speed nerf, doing about 76 downhill, I hit an AMX RCR for 1700 damage. That's kind of what happens when you ram something with a 70-ton vehicle.
Yeah, does kinda seem to happen.
That's the one thing I love about the American tanks. They're relatively fast, but they weigh a lot and have good frontal arm.
Unless you play this thing and go up against the M1 tier 6 and you can ban its turret cheeks.
Anything with 490 plus pen can pen the turret cheeks.
Yeah, I was farming those things.
Yeah, the Lav 600 makes quick work of M1 Abrams.
Like 9,000 damage.
I didn't even look what I was doing.
In a tier 8 game with this thing, I think I'm good in this thing. And I have the bug of going back to the first vehicle I played.
What's that?
But I have the irritating bug of going back to the first vehicle I played after a match every time. Let's see, what should I take?
Well, if you're up for it, I gotta run the Sheridan, see if I can get a double on that.
Alright, then let's see. Get my hunter out.
Wish I had my NA Sheridan. That thing's fully maxed out with a level 5 crew and all. I get the reload down to 8.6 seconds.
That is quite fast.
Well, for a gun that does, what is it, 600 alpha with a heat round, and if you can pen a high explosive, you can do up to 1300 damage.
Yeah. I need to start using more explosive.
Well, that and another thing, the high explosive and the missiles do, well, the missiles do about 50 more average damage than the heat rounds, with a lot more pen.
Have you been playing the Polish AFEs?
I've got the tier 6 on the NA. I quite like the tier 6.
I also like the tier 6, but to reassure, I would actually rather be in a BMP3 or a BMD4.
Well, the trick with the tier 6 versus most other AFEs is you
Damn the
want to
high
stay
explosive.
behind, well, no. Stay behind hills and let your allies do the spotting. Because it has those auto-lock missiles.
And of course the first thing we find is an M8 Buford. And the Stingray too. There goes my armor.
Goodbye, ammo rack.
And that was an engine fire.
Friggin' weasel. I love how the MBT-70 is camping.
Really? Really? One of the best MBTs for a PvE in the game is camping. Does you forget he can do 800 damage a shot?
I don't know, but that RDF just shot me underneath the freaking the crane truck there.
Ooh, a bagel.
Yeah,
The bagel's almost dead.
Shot into him. Oh, it's shooting HE. I wouldn't even worry about it.
Right, Merkava, load armor piercing.
If I had it. Or I can just hit for 666 right in his ass.
It's also a possibility. Ooh,
Yeah,
the XM1 is going
586.
aggressive.
586 was a high explosive and killed his gunner and driver. Wish I had Ionis on this account. Oh shit, Ramka behind me.
Yep, a stupid weasel went in the cap. Now he's going to hide and let us do the work.
Oh wow. I damn near decrewed that Bagel Panzer.
Like, I've never seen it. Is it possible to kill the entire crew of a tank?
Yep. I've done it once before with the M109 before they took it out of PvP.
Understanding why they took it out of PvP.
Oh yeah, I had that thing to the point where I could do some crazy, crazy damage.
Well, like, I've seen the Panzer Howitzer doing 800 damage per shot to the front of MBTs with an autoloader.
The highest damage I've ever had from a single arty shot was from the Paladin, back when it was the top tier. I hit, I think it was like 7 tanks with a single shell, a total of 3,800 damage.
Okay. That is a lot of damage. That's just absurd.
Yeah,
That's a GG well played for PvP.
Hey, it's their fault. They clutched up as one giant group.
Oh, and that's the match.
Have you played the Begleit Panzer since they changed it?
You mean a broken Panzer?
You mean the kick-ass Panzer?
Yeah, that's why it's broken.
I like how they balanced it with the aim time, though. It puts emphasis on what the tank is supposed to be doing.
Flanking.
Yep.
Hugging someone's ass. Spraying those 12 autocannon rounds into it.
12? You mean 20?
Alright, 20. The Draco was 12. And I want to play it. Yeah, where is it? Where is it? Where are you? There you are.
The last, what was it, the tier 3, tier 6, tier 10 thing that they were doing?
Yeah?
I took a platooned up with a tier 6 and played the Bagel Panzer. Came in behind so many MBTs, and they're literally like, what the hell is that? Because they've never seen it before, because, you know, new people. Completely obliterated a 9910 from full to none, and laughed as he put one shot into me and bounced, because, you know, that crazy sloped frontal armor.
Yeah. I can kind of see that happen with this thing. I can't wait until they take the what was it again? The I think it was an OR40 hull with basically the same cannon. I think it was on top of it.
Oh, it had the twin 45s.
Yeah, twin 45s. Yeah. Like I remember that thing from a war game.
Have you seen the Argentinian tank, the TAM-2C? It's the Bagel Panzer hull with the Stingray's turret and gun.
I think I've seen a couple screenshots of that thing, or like
I've
photos.
Times about it, and really hope they have it in, because they've literally got both tanks that it is in the game. All they have to do is marry the turret to the hull. There's also an upgraded one they call the TAM-1P or something like that. It's got a bunch of ERA and oblique armor.
Well, for the moment, let's just see the leaks that are already confirmed. Like the AMX-13.
Oh yeah, they're gonna have at least up to tier 5 with that.
With the 105 version. There is a 57, a 75, a 90, and a 105 version, and then there is the version with the twin 30mm autocannons, I think it was.
Honestly, I think the 57 is going to play better than the 105. If it's anything like the Begleit Panzer's 57.
Probably ain't. Like, and I'm gonna talk about it, but in World Tanks it doesn't have that kind of reload, and it probably didn't have that kind of reload in real life anyway.
Oh god, no.
So it's going to be like the new RDF LT, probably. Like, I would see it having a 2.5 to 3 second reload. I'd also really love to see the Cobra added to the game, but no leaks on that one yet.
I'm trying to remember what that one was.
It's the Belgium light tank. We had it in either a 90mm gun variation or in a, I think it was a 30mm autocannon version.
That's one jet gun. And that's a Remco. I can't pen a Remco. Oh, I did pen him.
Wonderful. Rear drive wheel is always a good spot to aim.
That's actually front drive wheel where I penned him.
That's an even better spot.
Oh, I'm gonna keep going on the jets. He's just down here focused on me.
Right, there's an RDFLT somewhere, and there's a Weasel Toe. That's a missile wasted.
Ah, damn it, I can't hit him. Yeah, that ramp is still down here.
Right. That's almost command center done, and he's dead. Let's see if I can take that Ramka.
I got him. I had a high explosive
Right.
ready to finish him off.
Time to go to the other side of the map.
And high explosive.
Right, he got wrecked. Now I need to play that thing with high explosive.
Oh yeah, the pen. Well, if you pen, you can do up to like 1100 damage, not counting bonus. It's like 1080 something.
Do people remember the T-14 Armata?
If it's 152 high explosive, yeah.
That kind of levels of turp.
More so because the high explosive bug's still in the game. 997.
Oh, sorry.
No, no, no. They were aiming at me, that's why I was backing down.
Bad driving.
Alright. The Abrams gun's broken. And he still managed to hit me.
And now his back is broken. Oh. Really? Run out of ammunition.
Yeah,
Well,
that's a problem with that thing.
42 rounds left on the autocannon.
Are you carrying any HE?
Not really.
Yeah, don't use any HE with that at all.
Kind of
It's
figured
not
it's
worth
too
it.
low of a caliber. Would actually like to see this thing get Peely ammunition.
The Pele from, what do you call it, the Rosmac?
Yeah.
I mean, it does. It's supposed to have 3P ammo. That's what a high explosive is supposed to be, is 3P. But they won't program 3P into the game at all. I can guarantee that.
Too broken. Probably. If I had
well,
to guess...
3P, you can set it to either detonate on impact, penetrate and detonate, or detonate above a target.
Oh, my gunner's dead. Just noticed. And we lost.
Yep. Couldn't get in the reset. Because, you know, our tier 6s thought they were snipers.
What is it with morning EU and shitty teams?
Oh, it's morning?
Yeah, it's morning. It's like, almost 7 o'clock. I normally stream with people from the US, so it's midnight for them when I start.
Alright, let's see. What else do I have? Yeah, I might as well keep grinding Sheridan. Can I get anything yet? Nope.
No, I got crates. And not much in the crates.
Don't open your crates.
Oh yeah. I forgot I read the article myself. I need to remember not to open crates so I can get better crates out of those crates.
I haven't opened any crates for a while. I've got about 400 and something silvers on the NA. Let's see, 400 and something silvers, about 80 golds, and like 60 platinums.
How are you able to not open them?
I just don't touch the button for inventory at all.
I would have already opened them. Well, if there's one thing they didn't remove from the game, it is bonus stacking.
Yep.
Like 1.4 million credits from one PvP game, easily.
Yeah, when we were doing the 3-6-10 thing, I was making about, well, at tier 10, I was making about 800 to 1.3 million a game.
I had, when grinding for T62M, because we don't really have the opportunity to participate in those large events anymore. I got one game with 1.5 million, one game with 1.2 million, a couple of a million, 800,000 and like that, and basically I grinded 29 million credits in one evening.
Yeah, I'm kind of a glutton for punishment. During that whole event, I was either running the XM183 with the 140 instead of the 120, or the Sphinx.
Sphinx is better than people give it credit for.
Oh yeah, I know. You can solo peel ones and laugh.
40mm autocannon overpowered.
They nerfed its rate of fire like really, really bad.
But still like the Bagel 57.
I wish it was like that. It doesn't fire near as fast as that thing.
Well, the most common tactic I see people using in that thing is basically using the autocannon to track people and then ripping with the ATGMs.
Yeah, I kind of do it the exact opposite. I start with the ATGMs and get the track shot with the damage, and then circle around, get behind them with the autocannon.
Well, basically the dude that I was watching was fighting them from the front. So autocannon for damage wasn't really a viable option. Alright.
If it's like a hull down Abrams, you can use HE and it'll do damage to the top of the turret. That's one of the big weaknesses with all Abramses. If you have a high explosive loaded, just hit the top of the turret.
Well, I've basically noticed that with any main battle tank when using the PLE ammunition.
Heads up, Black Company. Enemy intel and recon trucks.
7 damage.
131. I didn't let it aim.
Ooh, splash damage.
Yeah, 3-meter splash on this thing. Now see, I thread the needle for that thing, and it didn't kill it.
Identify target.
No, didn't pan.
I did. Broke almost all of his modules.
Loader, AT.
Where did that warrior get to?
I don't know. It's gotta be somewhere.
Oh, there's the expeditionary.
You mean one of the most overpowered tanks at tier 6?
Yep.
See about it come, you see what I did? No, it's Mildor, you know. See what I did there? I said one of the most overpowered. That means there are more overpowered tanks at tier 6. Fix them, please.
Oh, hey, there's that warrior.
Right, that was a bad idea.
Hey, you want to grab that second? Oh, never mind, you're nowhere near it.
Identify target.
Second area was taken.
Alright, swapping to HE, because Ramkas are a pain in the dick. I broke both its guns.
Right, time to go and deal with the cap.
Really? Hit my ammo rack again?
Burn! Give me all that assistance damage.
I can't take another hit.
Well, I can.
Ah, damn it.
That was my fault.
I just hate how they have the whole team damage crap set up in this.
And that's actually in PvE.
Well, not just that. Damage you do to allies stays no matter what until you get banned.
Oh.
Yeah, there's no
So
resetting
that's
or
why I
anything
got
like that.
banned for just tracking someone with high explosive on the Polish thing.
Yep. How am I perma-spawning? Swing fire?
Oh, I'm dead. T80 got me. Like, just stay alive, I would say now.
Oh crap, BMP. Okay, he's not coming for me.
No, bots are too stupid for that.
Oh crap.
This is going to be a close game. Here, watch out for the swing fire.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm taking my time.
That thing's brutal. Oh, we won.
Alright, let's see. Back up to 7 or now? Oh, actually, what did they do to this thing?
Well, first of all, they nerfed its camera rating to the ground. I think they also nerfed the pen on the gun.
The pen got nerfed, the reload stayed the same. The camo is 38 moving, 43 stationary. The view range is garbage now. Aim time is pretty bad.
Well, they mostly don't want it to be able to spot for itself.
It's still got 10,789.7 degrees of gun depression. So bad.
Well, it used to be overpowered as fuck.
The Jala, yeah. Although I prefer the 10p90.
Yeah, I like the 10p90. Are you playing that thing?
Yeah, I'm gonna try it. I have not played it at all.
Then I'll take the fail-safe option.
There you go. It looks like they nerfed the reload on this thing as well.
Yeah, I previously got it down to just under 4 seconds.
Before, you used to be able to get it down to 2.8.
Yeah, I wasn't really that into the retrofit stacking. Too expensive back then.
I mean, it's no worse than stacking nothing but reload speed on a M1A1 Abrams, and then using Ionis with his old perks. You have an ally set you on fire, and then it'll extinguish it real quick if you have the auto fire extinguisher. You then have 50% increased reload speed. You could literally turn it into a machine gun. You could do that with the M109 as well.
Of course, it's Leviathan, and I am in the slowest MBT I can possibly take.
Trying to remember all the good spots to sit in a TD on this. I know towards the end I can sit up on the ridge there.
The weather may get a little rough, but other than that, it shouldn't be too big of a... It's... Hold a second. I'm picking up a lot of signatures headed our way. They're definitely not friendly. We can get a lot of them from up here. One company engaged. Enemies must be stopped at all costs. It looks like they're heading for the radio tower. Those towers just like...
Thank you, because he shoot me.
Right, now he's focused on me.
Alright, pull back a little bit. Never mind.
Oh, the Rosamek is using armor piercing. Bad player, bad.
Oh my god, this thing friggin' is so bad.
Yep, wheeled mobility still sucks.
Okay, so I pulled the trigger and it didn't shoot.
Ooh, ghosting. Ain't that much of a problem as people make it out to be, but it does still happen.
What? I just bounced a shot.
It's probably from the Leopard 2 AV over there.
Yeah, he shot at me and I bounced it.
Oh crap, there's a saber behind me.
He's done.
Those things are absolute murder.
Yeah, I'm still wondering when we're gonna get ours.
Never. They're going to just leave it there and have us asking for it forever and never give it. So, thoughts on the new commander system coming up?
It should have been in the game a long time ago. But I was really hoping for more of like a talent tree, kind of like World of Warcraft has set up.
Well, it's at least a beginning.
True.
And it does show that they are able to do things like that in a game like this. As basically the model they have now is the exact copy of what World of Tanks is doing.
Not quite.
Not quite, but
it's
the
close.
fundamentals are. Like, you have a commander, you level him, you get a skill, another level, another skill.
But the big difference is when you choose a skill on Crew of Commander in this, it's active at all times. Unlike with WOD, you have to have certain conditions met.
Alright, let's see, anything else that wants to die? Hello, 14-second reload. I did not miss you.
Our Type 90 died.
No, he's back up.
Yeah, he's up on the perch where I'm headed to right now.
He used his Jesus kit.
He can't walk on water.
No, the revive kit. Like, basically a thing on the U, that's how we've been calling it for a long time now. And I don't remember who was the first one to actually use the term.
Get that last installation activated quickly and
Really don't remember, I need to look it up. Think it was either Hedy or Fiora. Don't really remember. But guess from the fact that you're from the NA server, you probably don't know them.
Oh, I know them.
Oh, I do. It's one of those two. I don't remember which one said it first. The Rosmag just put a couple of rounds into me. Deliberately. He like turned his turret and fired.
He stole his kill.
Yeah, but that doesn't give him the right to do 200 damage to me. And also,
The other side.
there is no such thing as killing. Killing only gives XP. You need credits. You get enough XP from this game mode. You'll get even more XP from killing in the future.
I'm running low on ammo.
Well, not a problem I'm having. I'm on this 15-second reload because my loader is dead and my ammo rack is damaged. And while I read it, no, I'm not using any consumables.
Oh, surprise.
Yeah, otherwise I would have already used them. The reload is so painful. Why did you do this to me?
Come on, T-72, spawn in. Gotta admit though, for how huge this thing is, it's pretty well camoed.
Well, it should have the camo, otherwise we would spot it immediately. And with its size it would have been turned to Swiss cheese in no time. Is that everyone? No one left?
I haven't been spotted yet.
Come on, where is everyone? I want to play.
Back
I want to give you a gift of a 120mm shell.
here. Yeah, nothing.
Well, time to drive to the other side of the runway and back, and then probably someone is, and then maybe someone got spotted. And otherwise we're going to have to be waiting this one out. But well, seeing that I've been going for an hour, I'm probably going to end it here, as none of the people that I was supposed to stream with showed up.
Who are you supposed to stream with?
Lanzabi and Gus of the Six-Sided Dorks. Oh, there, Nardi FLT. If the Rosamek lost this, that would be so funny. But no, he's going to kill him anyway. So, before my boss gets in here and slaps me in the face, the flashing icon in the top left corner of the screen, that is Kitsuga Gaming. They're my sponsor, they're a gaming news website, and I have them linked down below in the description if you want to check them out. I do occasionally write articles for them, so it would be nice of you to check them out. And with that, I'm going to be ending the stream.
Have a good night. Well,
Hope all of you enjoyed. Hope you're a bit less bored now.
yeah.
And I'll be seeing all of you in the next time. As always, my name is Jet146. Thank you all for watching. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.